Well, hello. How exciting. So I'm SunRaye. I am the founder of SunRaye. I hope you all can hear me. I got my headphones in. So today I'm just talking about ghosts. I kind of feed off of ghost stories, and I've had a lot of experiences myself. So I'm just here to share my story. I've had a lot of experiences, and listening to other people's stories have really helped me validate a lot of stuff, and has made me feel a lot more comfortable in what I see and hear sometimes. So me doing this is me hoping to reach other people just like me and make them feel not so alone. This is the first episode. I'm gonna do a lot more, and hopefully I'll get a lot of people to join in and do it with me. Let's see here. Let's see if we can invite some people and get some people involved here. Doesn't look like it. Well, I'm gonna leave this up on Facebook for a little while, so that people can just go back and watch. I really hope some people tune in and watch me. So a little bit about me. I'm 31. My name is LaRae. My spiritual name is SunRaye. I am married to my wonderful wife, Jessie. We've been together for 8 years. We have 2 kitties. There's one. And a pit bull. Her name's Bam. And my kitties are Blaze and Cushy. I love them to death. My cat's messing with the screen. Silly girl, stop it. We are usually full-time RVers, so some of my stories and stuff you'll hear me reference to my RV. We call him Dudley. Actually, my ghost story has to do a little bit about living the RV lifestyle, so it should be fun. Let me see here. I'm gonna try to get some people involved, just because it's a lot of fun that way. I'm so excited to be doing this. Like, you guys have no idea. This last year, my confidence level has gone up a lot, and I would have never done this a year ago. Get some people invited. Come talk some ghosts with me. Alright, if you guys are getting messages from me, sorry, it's not spam. I just want you guys to join me. Alright, I have invited a good handful of people, so hopefully you guys will tune in. It looks like I have one person. Hello. I can't see who you are, but I really, really appreciate you watching. Yes. Alright. So I'm glad I got some people on. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm glad you guys opened that message and clicked in. So this is my live video. Hello, Dasha. Thank you. So I'm gonna talk about a ghost story of mine. this happened over the course of a couple of years. So my wife and I are usually full-time RVers. Right now we're living with our grandpa, but usually we're full-time RVers. And we used to live in this town called Golden, Colorado. And being RVers, you can go and park wherever you want and stuff. And we used to go to this park and ride quite often, and park there overnight. And when I would take my dog outside at night, it felt like something was gonna run up behind me and chase me inside my house. So I would literally every single night be so scared, like, oh my God, somebody's gonna run up on me and I'm gonna get really freaked out and something bad's gonna happen. So that used to happen to me for a couple of years. We parked up there here and there for about 3 years. The first 2, that's when I would always get chased in the house, and my wife thought I was crazy. She's a non-believer. But I would run in the house all freaked out. And finally one day, a couple of years ago, I had my spiritual awakening. So I became more accepting of spirits and the feelings and stuff. And so I stood outside one night and I faced it. The second I felt it running up on me, I stopped dead in my tracks and I turned around and I said to it out loud, "Hey, I don't like to be scared. Can you please stop chasing me into my house?" And then I've been told if you like communicate with it and say, "Hey, I don't mind you being here, but I don't want to be scared," say that. So I did. And I also said, if you want to communicate, I'm open for communication too. And I went in my house and I didn't feel like I was chased. So that was pretty crazy. The next day I went outside and I meditated. I just sat there quietly and closed my eyes, cleared my mind, and I asked if anybody was there with me. And in my mind's eye, I could see this beautiful woman. She was wearing this like white dress with roses, brown curly hair. She was very beautiful. I could see her standing right where I feel the presence all the time. And this is in my mind's eye. And in my mind, I asked, do you want to communicate with me? And she said yes. And I asked, okay, what's your name? And she said, Sarah. And I was all, Sarah, do you have a last name? And she said, Chaplin. So I was like, okay, Sarah Chaplin, I'm going to find out what happened to you. So I went inside and I did some research, and I couldn't find anything on a Sarah Chaplin. Nothing about missing girls or deaths in that area or anything like that. So I felt really kind of sad for the spirit who had been trying to get my attention for a couple of years. I went back outside and I told her, you know, I can't find anything about you. I'm really sorry. You know, I still don't want to be scared, but you can communicate with me. And I didn't hear anything. I didn't see anything, didn't feel anything. So I was telling my Reiki master about it. And I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a Reiki master myself. But going through the schooling, I have a Reiki master, and I was telling her about my experience because becoming a healer, it's opened myself up a lot more to spirits and spiritual things. So I told her about my experience, and she Googled Sarah Chaplin metaphysical. I didn't do that. I didn't search metaphysical, but she did. And she ended up finding out that Sarah Chaplin is a Jewish goddess, and she's a spirit guide. She's a natural witch, very spiritual. She's a spiritual guider, and she was there to teach me. She was there to push me to learn the craft. I'm a natural born witch myself, so not ignoring it anymore and listening to it and practicing it is what she wanted me to do. So after I found that out, I started meditating a lot more with her, and she does push me to my witch side. If I'm slacking and not focusing or paying attention, she tends to pop up in my mind a lot more and tells me to do my teachings and learn and educate myself and practice. She also appears to me in the form of a black cat. So that's also when I know I'm being pretty lazy, is I'll start seeing a black cat around, and I know it's just Sarah Chaplin, my spirit guide. But yeah, that's one of my ghost stories. I have so many more that I'm going to share down the road on more live episodes and stuff. Dasha, I still see that you're here. I thank you so much for being here. Your support is amazing. I think I just had somebody else click in. I've already told my ghost story. You guys are late. You have goosebumps? Yeah. It was pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie. But once I learned how to communicate and protect myself and not be so scared, I find a weird comfort in the spirit world these days. It's interesting and I love it. So yeah, I thank you guys for hopping on. Do you guys want to jump on and talk some ghosts with me? All right, to those of you who just clicked in, I just got done telling my story about meeting my spirit guide, being chased into my house by her by a couple of years, and talking to her through my mind and finding out who she was. The best part about the spirit world and sharing these stories is being validated. You know, we're taught to believe that it's our imagination and to be afraid of it and stuff like that. And I used to be afraid of it, and I used to think these voices and things that I was seeing was me going crazy. So I wouldn't talk about it very often. But growing up and starting to see things and learn things, I'm really getting... Oh, I got somebody who wants to go on here. But I'm really getting everything validated and feeling much more confident and comfortable. Connection failed. Shelly, I'm gonna... Oh, I don't even see you on here anymore. If you can... Oh, there you are. I'm gonna try to add you in here. Keeps telling me connection failed. Nope. I don't know why it won't let us connect. Shelly, you're actually my mother-in-law, but other people don't know that. Nope, it's still not wanting to work. Does anybody want to type in some stories? Aw, Dasha, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Yes, there's going to be a lot more videos. Probably a little better in the future since this is my first one. Don't really know what to expect. It's the house ghost. It's actually my wife behind the curtain. Well, hello, Jenna. How are you tonight? Guys, feel free to type in some stories or try to join me live. I don't know why it's not connecting with Shelly. So you guys can also, if you guys are watching this later on at the replay or currently on here, you guys can also message me your ghost stories too if you want, and I can read them off myself. If you don't really like to be on camera or have that kind of attention, feel free to message them to me. I can read them, no problem. Hello. Well, I'm very glad you joined in. I did tell a ghost story already, so you'll have to definitely catch the replay. I think I saw you in one of the ghost pages, didn't I? Tell them about my grandma's house. My grandma's house is very haunted. I actually have an entire episode planned for my grandma's house, dedicated all to her house because her house is very haunted. There's definitely a portal in there, a lot of different kind of spirits, a lot of different experiences. So grandma's house is going to be its own episode, maybe the next few episodes. I'm still trying to gather stories from my family. One of the things that I can give you a sneak peek about my grandma's house is, there's so many, I don't know which one is a preview or not. Yep, that's the group. I'm really glad you joined me here. So my grandma's house, all of us kids, there's a lot of us grandkids, and we'd go and we'd spend weekends and weeks and summers and school breaks over at grandma's house, just growing up together and being kids. And all of us kids knew that we had to sleep with our feet tucked under the covers, completely tucked. Otherwise, we would wake up to something that we couldn't see tickling our feet. It never failed. So actually, as an adult, sleeping now, I tuck my feet completely with the blanket like under my feet, like tucked in like a burrito, just because I guess it's a habit I picked up from being a kid and not wanting to get my feet tickled by the ghost. We called him George the ghost, but I think it was mini ghosts. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna keep you guys here forever. My ghost likes to climb. Yeah, Shelly, your ghost is kind of scary, a little. I don't know what I would do if I saw a black entity crawling between me and Jesse in the middle of the night. I would probably freak out and sage my house and tell it to leave. Jessie, so the ghost that touched her butt. So she has this cousin, we'll call her Cousin C, and her husband, Cousin D. Cousin C was telling us that her husband was vacuuming the living room one day, and he felt something touch his butt. And he like stood up and he looked around and there was nothing around. And he was like, that is just so weird. Something seriously just touched my butt. I don't understand. Well, then he told his wife about it, and a couple days later, she was doing the same thing. She was vacuuming the living room, and boop, she felt something touch her butt, and she was like, what? I can't believe that just happened. He told me about it. I didn't believe him. I thought he was joking, and then it happened. So, Cousin C told me and Jessie about it, and Jessie is a complete skeptic. She does not believe, even though she has had experiences. So we were home later that night, and she was changing her pants, and she hardly bent over, and there was nothing behind her, absolutely nothing behind her. And she bent over, and she felt something touch her in the butt. And she stood straight up, and her face went completely pale. And I was like, babe, what's wrong? What's the matter? And she's like, babe, something just touched my butt. And I was like, whatever, you're just joking. She's like, no, I'm dead serious. And she like turned around and looked all over the place and tried to make it happen again and try to debunk it, but she never did. So yeah, that's the ghost butt touching story. It might be a pass along ghost story, so if you get touched in the butt, I'm sorry. Just make sure to go tell somebody else about it. I think of that one as like a little funny, humorous ghost story. It totally happened. It's just a little funny. All right, and I see, Shelly, your ghost plays with your cats. the ghost in this house plays with my dog too. Sometimes I have to yell at it. Sorry, babe. Alright, guys. Well, this has been a fun half an hour. A little under a half an hour. This is probably the longest live video I've ever had. So thank you. I really appreciate the few of you who tuned in today. It really helps me talk and be more confident and stuff. So I'm going to keep doing this. Feel free to share my page. Like I said, if you have ghost stories or know anybody with ghost stories, shoot them my direction, because I just want to talk ghosts. Yes, so thank you guys, and I hope you all have a spooktacular night, and I'm sorry if the ghost touches your butt. Bye.